Hi, this is Gage17 and welcome back. Today we have got you an ACR MOAB on the map Resistance. Now it is just very generic MOAB, but I was going to do a little talk about the MOAB, which I don't often do. A couple of you have been asking me to sort of give a little breakdown of how I get MOABs, or sort of what's the best way to sort of go through it. And everyone has their own style, and trying to imitate other people's style is not right. This gameplay is a little bit of an imitation of someone else's style. It's a bit sort of it's a bit of slower pace, step back, don't rush. I was having a really bad day on this game, which happens incredibly regularly on Modern Warfare 3, but this was an exceptional day. I hadn't got on MOAB all day. I'd been playing for a couple of hours. I was playing with Vince and Jezza. They both got YouTube channels, if you don't know. Both very good players, and I definitely recommend checking them out. If you haven't already, I shall leave their channels in the description below. But yes, it was just a bad day and nothing seemed to go right. Whatever I did, it just went wrong. I died perpetually off sort of 1 or 2 off of MOAB, and I just got fed up. So I stuck on my ACR class, which is sort of everyone's go-to MOAB class. If you're having a bad day, stick on your MOAB class, which is, for most people, which is an ACR, extended mags and silencer, and it usually results in you doing quite well with it, because it is the most reliable and easy to predict weapon. It doesn't really have any recoil as such. It's a little bit upwards, but as soon as you get your specialist bonus, that becomes nothing. So I'd really recommend, if you're struggling with a MOAB, stick on this class and slow your playstyle down. Don't camp. Whatever you do, don't camp, because as soon as you start camping, you stay in one position and you will get flanked. However good you are at holding down one position, the spawns are not always going to stay in one position, because you'll get, even if you're playing with a group of people, you always get one person who will make the spawn switch. And as soon as you're camping, they'll know exactly where you are, or they'll try and flank around you, and eventually you will get overwhelmed. So don't camp whatever you do, but sort of patrol areas. Like, you'll see I move around a fair amount in this game, but I'm stuck to a certain section of the map, which is down this sort of A staircase and around the top of C, and that's a very strong point, because around the stairways you've got a lot of cover. Here you see they spawn, a lot of them all spawn at A, and I get the hell out of there as soon as I possibly can, because you're going to lose a gunfight against the whole team, because eventually you're going to get something like lag compensation and you'll get done out, or there'll be like a bullet that sort of lags around a corner or something like that. So the best thing to do is take a step back and move back to a point that you're comfortable holding. So back here by these plant pots, not very much of your body shows, and by the back of the car, you're only sort of top of your head showing, so you're in the stronger power play position. Whereas they're standing up there, they're coming out of the big open area, they can't really do very much to you. Another thing I really recommend is Recon Pro. Even if you just get to the point where you get 1 or 2 bullets in someone, it helps out so much, because it just pinpoints them on the map perfectly, and you know exactly where to move to expect where they're going to come from. So yeah, you take these power points. You see now they've capped C. I really shouldn't have stayed here this long. I was lucky that they didn't sort of come up behind me. Kids come paying no attention to me. Thought I'd try and get a couple of bullets into them, get the assist maybe. But yeah, so move back up to around a power point position. I really should have thrown out the motion sensor a bit earlier, but we won't get into that. Yeah, this point up here is a really strong area. You'll see an awful lot of MOABs on this map controlled or made from this point. It is a really strong power play position, because you can see so much of the map and they can see so little of you. And as soon as they start shooting at you, you can lie down. You've got the solid wall around you, which gives you the advantage. Now, the thing I want to point out was, when most people are running along, and I'm not saying most people, the majority and pretty much everyone who runs along in this game, as soon as you're sprinting along, you're looking in front of you. You're not looking up in the air, and you're not looking on the ground. So this is with usually the people that catch you out. People lying in a corner will always catch someone out, because they're not looking straight in a corner, they're looking in front of them, for the main majority of people who will be running around equally the same as them. And then the other point is, if you're up above them, you've got the point of power. It was always in sort of medieval battles, the high ground was the team, the army that would win, when they held the top high ground. That was the tactical advantage, you hold the high ground. So that's about the advice I can really give you. Hold the high ground, slow your playstyle down a bit, don't rush too much. If you're struggling, just take a step back, stick on a gun that you're really comfortable with. Whatever you do, don't try and emulate someone else, and stick on a sensitivity, because a lot of people ask what sensitivity everyone plays on. Everyone plays on differently. I play on about between a 3 and a 5, I vary it up. If I'm running with a shotgun, it's 3, if it's 5, it's usually an ACR or something like that. I don't snipe, so I don't go really any higher than 5. Any other advice? As you saw, the javelin just came up. As soon as you hear a javelin come up, move, relocate. Those things are so strong when they come down, especially in this little section here. It's all very compact, so the explosion's kept in and it will just wipe you out. So yeah, keep your cast you're comfortable with and a sensitivity you're comfortable with. If you want to try and upgrade your sensitivity, the best way I can think of doing it is going and playing in Spec Ops or something like that, and just getting used to that sensitivity, playing with it for hours and hours, and then changing it up online. It's the best way to be comfortable. Anyway, that's enough about the gameplay. So that's quite towards the end of the game. I wanted to give you a little bit of update about my uploads. You probably upload a bit sporadic. Thing is, if I'm going to do a playthrough, I'm going to do 2 uploads at once, and if I'm doing a red comment, it's going to be 1. So that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm unfortunately feeling incredibly low on gameplay, so I've only got 2 left. I think it's a 49 and 5 kill confirmed, and then 1 game of Black Ops, which is 59 and 4 with the Spaz 12. But the only reason that was a half acceptable game was the fact that I feel sorry for Jezza right here. Half acceptable game because for some reason the Grand War lobby went to 5v4, which sucked, but that's the way it is. Anyway guys, I don't know what you guys want to see. If you like these playthroughs I'm doing, if you'd like to see more Spec Ops things from me, I'd love to know. If you could tell me, it would be hugely appreciative. Also, if you guys are in the background or intro making worlds and would like to make me a new intro, it would be hugely appreciated. Anyway guys, thank you very much for listening to me. Please leave me a comment and a like rating, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. Bye.